So cooperation in cybersecurity is very important, and I would like to give two stories to exemplify the options that we have. Option one is where you are being egoistic. You are only concerned about your own well-being, about the company's well-being. And an example of that is, let's say that you are a member of a hiking party and you come across a very angry bear. Now, in option A, the clear decision is that, well, you don't have to outrun the bear. You just have to outrun the slowest member of your hiking party. So if you are slightly better than everybody else, if you don't share information with them that, maybe you spotted the bear first and you start running first, yes, in short term, this probably will work out for you, right? Because you're going to get the advanced warning. You are starting running when the rest of your party is still blissfully walking towards the danger. So you will survive that day. But tomorrow, there is one less member of your hiking party, and the bear is hungry again. So the same thing keeps on playing until you are the slowest member of your hiking party, and eventually the bear will get you. So yes, it is a decent short-term strategy, but not a recommended long-term strategy. Now, if you want to actually survive, because the adversary tends to be the same for you and your competitor, right? Because the bear is hungry. The bear doesn't care what your name is. The bear will eat. And in the same way, the criminals are hungry. They don't care what the name of the company is. They want money, right? So if you sacrifice your peers, if you sacrifice the other companies, your competitors today, eventually it will be your turn to be targeted by the criminals. So it actually makes sense from the very beginning to start working together, right? So that everybody shares the sensor information that they have. We are all looking around trying to find the bear, and as soon as somebody finds, okay, I can see a bear, in the next valley, then you can come together and make a decision, right? So if the bear hasn't found us, maybe we can just walk away. But if the bear is charging, then instead of just everybody running for their lives, well, perhaps you have to face down the bear. And perhaps if you work together, if you help each other out in this fight, yes, it might be painful, but hopefully we'll walk away as a group, and you will be stronger because of it, because there is nothing more bonding than fighting side by side against a common adversary. This is the Three Musketeers example that I typically bring, is all for one, one for all. We need to work together against our common adversaries in order to succeed. And especially in cybersecurity, the common adversary, it may not just be a common adversary with you and the other Japanese corporation that is in your line of business, but also globally, right? Because if somebody has figured out a way to attack companies like yours, they most likely will do it across many different nations. So this is why it pays to cooperate, and not just inside your own nation, but also cooperate internationally, to share information internationally. Now, the information that you need to share doesn't have to be overly sensitive, right? You don't have to say, this is the formula that I use, or this is the source code that I use to make my product. But you should say, I have detected that the adversary is using these methods to try to breach my security, right? I have come up with a fix, so I am now better protected. I am sharing the fix, so my sector as a whole is better protected. Right? So this is these two stories are how I typically explain why cooperation and collaboration is a good thing in cybersecurity.